Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. At the moment, the market appears to be frozen. Again, so there isn't a lot happening at the moment. Anyway, it's been a few boring weeks now, really. 2 to 3 weeks here. Just sideways range between, let's say, broadly 1250 and 1400. We still haven't had a sustainable breakout, so we are still not clear really in which direction we're heading. However, we have a case to make that short term we are pushing higher. Talked about that. I've got a few key resistance levels here at 1370, then 1400, and then for the move to the upside, possible target area between 1430 and 1450, and then depending on which of these scenarios is playing out to the upside, we could even push all the way up to 1540. I'm still generally at the moment expecting one more low. That might not happen, that low. Absolutely not. It might not happen, even though it would look better on the chart, and it would be my primary expectation that we make one more low. But it might not happen. And had one question in the comments, someone who said, you might wait for that low, but it might never happen, and then you miss the boat. No, we're not missing the boat here, because it's all about strategy. I mean, I've really explained that well, I think, in previous videos, that because of that I don't know if there will be one more low. I already added a larger position of Ethereum here at 1250, and I made you all aware in case we already turn around, because sometimes you don't get that last low. I mean, in the end, you can easily count this as a wave 3, you can count this as a wave 4, and you can count this as a 5. It's not ideal, it doesn't work out perfectly from the extensions and retracements and so on, but it's possible. So that is why I started to scale in here at 1250. And again, it's all I don't tell you when to buy. It's all your personal strategy and when you want to do it. And obviously buying here at 1250 was basically catching a falling knife. That's what it was. But I knew it, and I had a very clear strategy behind it, which I explained in detail as well, and why for me the risk is limited even if we drop further here. But also, this was a limited position. This was not like going all in. Because if we now go higher, I can take profits at the peak of the wave, close to it at least, and will then scale in when we come down, because there will always be another retracement down. So therefore, I don't really get the point of, you miss the low. Either you make the decision to buy when there is a potential we already go up, or you don't. And if you don't, then of course, you could miss the boat, but that's just your decision, and that's, everybody has to make that decision for themselves. Do you wait? Are you a pullback trader? Do you buy when you're pulling back into support, which is not, nothing else we're doing here. We're pulling back into support after we had an impulsive wave up. We are pulling back into support. Are you a pullback trader? In contrast to a breakout trader who might wait until we have, a breakout. Or are you a pullback trader who waits for the next pullback? So, this is sort of, there will always be entry points anyway. So you're never going to miss the boat unless you think so. And whatever you decide to do, never base your decisions on emotions. I think that is the biggest takeaway here. So there is a potential to short-term push higher and then come down. I think that is still my primary expectation, where we said, okay, we have a wave W, we had a wave X down, and we're now in the Y wave to the upside. This is a 1-2 setup that talked about, that could now push higher. Absolutely. As long as the daily low is holding, that's going to push higher. The daily low is at 1317, so as soon as we break below that, I think this uptrend is broken. 1317 is my make or break point. Below that, I would set a stop loss. Okay, if I was long here, not long ETH at the moment. I am at 1250, but that's, I'm not talking about this particular setup here. I'm talking about the larger setup. But if I was long in this sort of having a scalp trade or just a small swing trade, I would set my stop below 1317. What else? Nothing else really. I think we can push higher, and then we'll get into that region. I mentioned that, but this is the scenario WXY where I would assume we will come down and pull back once more into the support area lower than the previous low at 1220. There is another possibility where we say, okay, we had the low actually really in, a potential that I've always highlighted in the last few weeks. and then we move the WXY to the side, so it just can show you the wave count that would unfold then. And in that wave count, we would say that we had from the low here a wave 1, which was, let me think, this one, a wave 1, then a wave 2 in here, and we are now in the third wave. Third wave, in my opinion, not yet complete, because in the third wave we can count another, let me just see, yeah, we can count another 1-2 setup. So we have a couple of 1-2 setups here, which should now break higher. And if we have a break above the previous swing high at, let's say, 1383, then it would confirm the further breakout in a wave 3 to the upside. So eventually what I want to see, and before I see that, I cannot confirm that a low was in anyway. You know, I want to see 5 waves up as complete, and then this would form basically this wave 1 high, and then coming down in a wave 2 into support, and that is again where I would scale in again. So the plan for me is, should we really see 5 waves up, I will then take profits in the 5th wave of the position that I entered at 1250, and will then scale in a wave 2 support area. Similar how I scaled in here, but probably more aggressively, because if we see this 1-2 setup, then we have a confirmed bottom in place. So that's where we are, and short term I would expect, as I said, higher prices as long as we're holding the 1317 level. If we go below that, then we will have to assume that we've already seen here the peak, and that we are heading already to the downside. And that is my current update on Ethereum. Not too many updates here compared to the previous video. Still hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.